Hey beginners, Mrs. Flowers here. In our lessons this past week, we learned a new value note, the half note. Let's review what we already know about, say, quarter notes and so on, and then let's talk about the half note again. Quarter notes, you're a professional at those. You've been doing those for quite some time now. Quarter notes, or tas, are equal to 1. A couple of weeks ago, we were introduced to eighth notes. Eighth notes are smaller than quarter notes. In general music, you call them TTs. They each receive a half of a beat of sound. So you can fit 2 of them inside of 1 quarter note. Now we're going to go the other direction. We're going to go bigger than a quarter note. We already went smaller. Now we're going to go bigger. The half note is what we're going to learn, or what we learned in lessons, and we're going to play today. Half note looks just like a quarter note, only instead of filling in the circle's empty inside, or hollow. The half note receives 2 beats, and therefore when we're using our bow for a half note, we have to change the speed. Let me give you a quick example. I'm going to play 4 quarter notes at a regular speed, that full bow speed that we have been using, and then after that I'm going to play 2 half notes, and I want you to pay close attention to the change in speed of my bow. Here I go. 4 quarter notes are first, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So as I was counting the half notes, first of all, I made sure that I covered 2 of the numbers, not just one number like 1 and. I held the note for 1 and plus another beat because it's 2 beats long. 1 and 2 and. And in order to do that successfully, I needed to slow my bow speed down. Because if you use the same bow speed for a half note as you do a quarter note, this is what will happen. Same example. I'll start with quarter notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and, oops, you've run out of bow. So you need to slow it down. So think, when you see half note, think slow bow. Let's take a look at 77, rhythm ramp, at the top of page 22. Again, because there's that thin line and not an entire music staff, you get to choose any open string of your choice. Pick a different one every day. For today's video, I'm going to choose open D. 77 has a repeat on it. So let's go ahead and practice with the bow lift and the repeat at the end. Join me. 77. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and set, beginning. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Nice. Very good. And as usual, the song that comes after the rhythm ramp has the same exact counting, or the same exact rhythm. So take a look at 78, and you will notice that all the quarter notes and all of the half notes match in their locations as 77. So 78, I see a bow lift and a repeat sign. And as I mentioned in your lesson, this is a repeat of a song that we did when we learned eighth notes. So on page 20, at the very bottom, you had a song called A Clair de Lune. This is the same song, but we're using different value notes, but it will sound the same. Let's go ahead and play number 78. 1 and 2 and start with full bows. Go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Slow bow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Beginning. 1 and 2 and 3 And that concludes number 78. I hope that you noticed it was the same as Eclair de la Lune. Let's do one more. Number 79, the half counts. As I'm looking at this, I'm noticing that it's just a D major scale. It starts with high D and works its way all the way down to open D. It has an almost identical rhythm to the first two songs that we played on this page. The only exception is there's no rest at the end and no bow lift at the end. In place of the rest, half rest, that is, there's a half note. Let's get ourselves set up for a high D. So check your wrist, box your fingers, make sure they're exactly on the tapes, and then let's count us in for number 79. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Slow go. And 2 and 3 and 4 and done. And gently lift the bow off. And those are your 3 songs that we're playing on page 22. Good luck.